Good day, everyone. Welcome in. My name is Jenny, and this is Edie's Attic. I am here with your Monday morning, Monday afternoon, whenever it is you see this motivational energy read stepping into this week. I am going to pull some cards. I'm not sure what it is that Spirit's going to tell us yet in the cards, but I want to get jump started with the download that I received. And we will put that aside and see what the cards say. I was picking up a lot of phrases and words, so I'm just going to read to you what I was hearing from Spirit when I went into my meditation. The first word I got was primal. I got ritualistic and encoded. Primal, ritualistic, and encoded. Then I was hearing the entertainer. Do 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 do, and they're showing me like vaudeville or like a circus, like a traveling circus company. And I was hearing, "Welcome to the show. Come one, come all." And then I see like a group of people being led, kind of like in a cartoon where you would have someone like jump in and like, it's this way, but it's really not, being led to a secret doorway and them stumbling across the wrong spot and stepping into what you would call a staging area. And behind the staging area, there were clowns, and the clowns were putting on their costumes and their makeup. But what they saw were the real people behind the mask. And they saw some very scary looking individuals and people that, I guess, if you would expect someone to be a clown, you would expect them to be happy and to look like they enjoyed what they were doing. These people did not look like that. They looked like they were not in the mood to put their masks on and entertain a bunch of people, but that was what they were getting paid for. So this group of people that were being led behind the secret doorway, some of them were consciously aware of where they were going and the fact that it was not right, but they were going to go anyways because they wanted to see what was needing to be shown. And then others were kind of blindly following the group. But it's this feeling of once you see the truth, you can't unsee the truth. The show is no longer interesting. There's almost this feeling of like not even wanting to go back around the correct way and enter the arena and watch the show. Now we have the others, the ones that didn't see the sign to go this way. They continue to move with the herd towards the entrance of the circus, and they are inside completely distracted by food, by treats, by toys, by all kinds of things that were keeping their attention, not questioning anything, not knowing any better, not the wiser, not the dumber. They just were there enjoying the show. And it's this feeling, the energy that Spirit was giving me of this group entering the arena and seeing all these people sitting there completely distracted, having known what they just saw and understanding the inner workings behind the performance, the show, and wanting so badly for these other people to see the truth. But no matter what they say or encourage them to go behind the other door or to visualize it this way, if you just remove the wig and take off the paint, that's not a clown anymore. And I know it sounds very rudimentary, but that's like the imagery that Spirit was showing me, and I think it's for a reason because it's very easy, like a really easy analogy. That Spirit's saying, stop trying to explain it, because while you're sitting there and you're going over all the reasons why they should understand, until they see it for themselves, all the explaining isn't going to change their mind. And while you're sitting there explaining this to all of them, you're still there and you need to leave. You need to leave the show. remove yourself. Eventually, they're going to look around and realize there's not a lot of people here anymore. What's going on with the show? Why are so many seats empty? What am I missing? And they might start looking for the answers themselves. So that was the download I got. I thought that was pretty intense. I do like the way they presented it to me. And it could be something like on a massive scale, or it could be something that is relative to your own personal journey. But take it how it resonates. Now I want to pull a few cards to see what Spirit has to say for the week coming ahead on where we need to place our energy and our focus. What are the things that maybe we need to work on individually, spiritually? So I am going to start with the Oracle of the Universe. So I'm going to pull a card from this first, and then we're going to follow with some other confirmation cards from my personal deck. Spirit, what does this collective need to focus on this week? What is the energy for the week? What do we need to know? Sacrifice. Number 13. Andromeda. Sacrifice. And I think it's interesting because this week, well, I try not to be superstitious or anything. I'm just putting it out there that yes, this Friday is Friday the 13th. And we have number 13 card. I'm going to pull one more from this deck. Sacrifice and ecstasy. The Aquarius sign. Number 11. You might be seeing 11 or 13. There's also the 11th is coming up this week as well. The 11th and the 13th. What do I feel like there, in order for you to reach a level of ecstasy and peace and awe and like feeling whole, I'm getting like whole, like a complete, that a sacrifice has to be made on your behalf. Like you have to give something up. And for some of you listening in, you may follow the Catholic calendar, maybe this week you're going to be giving up some things for the Lenten season if you practice that. But with maybe giving up certain things, maybe these are things that you probably wouldn't normally give up, and maybe you wouldn't even normally practice this Lenten season, but perhaps you're willing to for some reason. Like something's telling you deep down, like I'm going to do this time. I haven't done this in years, and I'm going to give up, say, I don't know, drinking alcohol as an example, because I can relate to that one. And perhaps this is something that once you give it up, you start feeling better, you start looking better, your body starts healing, you're more functional, you have more time, you have more money, and you're able to do some things that you had planned on and never realizing that that one thing could have been the block for you to move forward. As an example. So there's something about you sacrificing something in order to achieve something better. Okay, so I got two cards out here. We have number 9 and number 34. We have a claim, and we have limitless. I just feel like what Spirit's like making me see right now and feel, I feel like they're just waiting for you to claim your power. I feel like you're right there. And I feel like you can see your potential. And I feel like you are aware that you have the abilities to do amazing things. But I feel like it's just like right there though, and they just want you to claim it. They want you to grab it. It's right there, you can touch it, but you're not. And they're saying this is the time when you make a sacrifice. And again, it could be anything, but it could be, sacrificing bad habits or laziness or being unorganized, or maybe putting your leisure time before work. Whatever it is that you're doing, you're going to come through this week with a new way of approaching whatever it is that you're trying to obtain. And once you kind of figure out like a new method and get rid of the blocks or the habits, or you make that sacrifice and you change things in order to achieve this, you're going to be limitless. It's going to set you up for success, whatever it is that you decide to do. But you're the one that's going to decide this. You're going to be coming into this very, very keen awareness of how you need to restructure yourself, your life, your habits, your day-to-day routines. There's something you're about to switch up in a major way. And the thing that you're switching up doesn't have to be major, but it's going to affect you and what it is that you're trying to achieve in a very major way. And you're going to be walking in this energy of where now things are just going to be happening for you. The fruits are going to start blooming faster than you can even imagine. You're going to be manifesting more powerfully than you ever have before. It's like this aha moment that you're stepping into. Again, I like to say that, a keen awareness. Like you're just going to be like, this whole time, the whole time, what movie is that from? Mrs. Doubtfire. It's like just finally, like everything is going to fit together, and it's going to be like, oh my gosh, I know what I need to do. I know how I need to move. I know what I need to take out, and I know what I need to implement and put in, and it's all going to make sense. And then on the bottom, we have exhilaration. Exhilaration. You're going to feel so inspired. This is going to be like the catalyst. This one choice, this minor move is going to be the catalyst and inspiration that's going to start this momentum of this snowball moving forward, that's just going to keep growing bigger and bigger and faster in your life for the better. This is going to be an amazing week. You're going to come up with some epiphanies. You're going to, I think, almost seamlessly stumble into the answers that you've been looking for. So whatever it is you're doing, whether it is you've taken a time out, I feel some of you have taken a time out. Some of you have put yourself in a literal time out from people and places in life. You can call it hermit mode. I don't think you're necessarily like hermiting and hiding, but I think that you're in this space mentally where everything that has been happening around you, everything socially, even on social media, in the internet world, everything has just been so taxing and draining on your system. I think that you just kind of like put it aside. You're just like, I just want to be alone with me and just decompress and let off some steam and just kind of like sit with myself and understand myself. And I feel like maybe even some of you could have fallen or felt like you're slipping into like a dark night of the soul a little bit, where you just felt like pulled, you felt confused, you felt like foggier now than you did before. You felt like an array of emotions coming in. You felt very emotional. You may have cried several times over the last week or two. And I just felt like it took some time. And I feel like pulling away from distractions and people and perspectives and opinions of others, I feel like whatever, if that's what you've been doing, continue to do that for a few more days. Stay in your own lane, focus on yourself, listen to your intuition, listen to your heart, because again, you're coming into like a huge epiphany, and it's not going to be a major shift. It's going to be something that you probably will think, I should have done this all along. Why didn't I think of this before? But don't hold yourself like, don't like put that on you. Don't feel guilt or shame or anything about it. Be elated that it did come and that the answer did come to you. You did receive it. I feel like you've been asking, you've been praying, you've been looking and searching for an answer for some time. And I see in the cards and from spirit that it is about to come through. So I do hope this message helped. I hope it was received properly by the people that needed to hear it today. and it resonated. If it did, please like and comment. And if you're not already subscribed, please subscribe, and I will catch you guys in the